Hi, and welcome back to Thone's Mount Nibbles number 49, True Judgment, Part 1, Do Not Judge. We're going to be reading through this Matthew 7, verses 1 through 6 several times in that this is one of those key areas, and there are many. It's a multi-part series here. So it says, "Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye mete, it shall be measured unto you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in your brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, Let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam of thine own eye, and then thou shalt see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you." So the question here in general is, who passes judgment and when? So why is it in the Bible? To understand the dangers of passing judgment, and the communication that judgment is a serious matter. Application to my life. We should never pass judgments upon the motive of an action. Motive. This is because good results can come from bad intent, and similarly bad feelings can come from good intent. This is because only God can see the heart. Thus, even you well-intended results can appear to a human as bad, but we will stand before the judgment seat, and Christ will look at our heart and reward us as we deserve. So let's just open that up just a little bit. If we start judging people's motives, why did that person ignore the person who asked them a question? Or in the other direction, why did that foolish person give money to the poor? We can say, well, yeah, it's not good to not speak to someone who speaks to you. That's rude, and it's certainly good to give to the poor. But you see, we don't know what the motives were for doing that. Is the person who didn't answer deaf and didn't even know that anyone was speaking to them? Was the person so overwrought with a major problem, rushing home because their young baby daughter is sick, and getting ready to take her to the hospital, and so therefore their focus was totally on just getting someplace, and where there was a good reason for that? And the other way around, if a person is giving to the poor to show off, that's not a good motive. And so the point is, we don't know the motives in many cases. And so why we should never, 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 if we don't know the motives, have any judgment about it or not. You see the acts, you know something is good or bad as a result, but you really don't know how that result got there. And it may be that the motive was good and the result was bad, or that the motive was bad but the result turned out to be good. And so we should never ever pass judgment upon the motives of an action. We may say that's good or that's bad in the result category, probably. But to judge someone as the person who made the good or bad event happen, that we should never do. God says discernment is good, but not sufficient to judge another. Think about that. You discern that, wow, that's nice. That man looked like he hadn't eaten in 2 days, and someone takes him into McDonald's and buys him a Happy Meal or a Big Mac and fries or whatever. That's a good result, and we should think that's good. And we can discern that as good as compared to some unkind act, apparently unkind act, I should say. And we say, well, the result of that was not bad. Well, it was bad, but we cannot say that the motive was bad. God says, okay, my personal response, Lord, thank you for providing us with an ability to discern what is a good or bad result, but warn us if we carry that discernment too far, and thus lead ourselves as being judges over the motives of others. And that there's a big temptation to do that. We'll see you next time.